On this day, we have the recently restored memorial of the Holy Name of Mary. It goes back to as early as 1683 in its origin, commemorating the victory attributed to Our Blessed Lady and the Holy Rosary, which happened at the gates of Vienna. The Turks were attacking and they risked overriding great chunks of Europe. Our Lady likewise protected Vienna and Austria at the end of the war, for the communists likewise wanted that bit of Europe. The Moors had got, with time, control of chunks of Spain, Andalusia and so on. And one can see the cultural heritage in the likes of Granada. Interesting architecture. But St. James from heaven protected them, for he wanted it to be maintained a Catholic country. And he is referred to as Matamor, hammer of the Moors. It appears that he did allow himself to be seen in heaven, protecting. There is a beauty about the way in which our Islamic brethren observe fasting and prayer, and how faith and culture have an influence on each other profoundly. But there is, nevertheless, a danger that with the weakness in our faith and practice in the West, the force of their faith can with time take over in ancient Catholic lands, and with it the actual plan of God be frustrated. For there is, after all, a fundamental difference. The one is based on the presence of God on earth in the sacramental sphere. The other is not based at all on the same kind of dynamics. And the Christian faith, say what one likes, does give a culture of charity and peace. If one enters a monastery where the dynamics of charity are being outlived, one senses a certain peace and authenticity which spontaneously attracts, and God is free to bless. If on the other hand one sees cracks emerging and dysfunctional dynamics, one can be put off. So before going into huge vocation drives, one needs to look at the interior life. For if that is in order, the Lord is free to bless. If not, other things can take over, and the consequences follow. Beginnings check, and consequences follow. One is therefore free to observe, as the Lord indicated in his own teaching, by their fruits you shall know them. In this Gospel of today, we have that famous passage regarding trying to pull out the speck, the splinter, from one's brother's eye. The Lord wants us to remove the log from our own so as to have clear vision to do the other very delicate operation. a lot of correction can happen in communities, and those who are exercising the ministry of correction perhaps might need eye surgery themselves. The best way to correct is by the influence of example, so that one is borne along by a healthy current of charity. In fact, correcting many details can be dysfunctional, counterproductive, and destroy charity, and therefore relationship. There are ways and means of getting things to be adjusted without causing hurt and pain. I remember learning that very early on as novice master. Amongst many examples, I recall how I was asked to correct a novice on the wearing of bright red socks. Of course, there was a reason for that. There was no heating in church, and so one did what one could to keep one's body warm. So I just thought to myself, how can this be done without causing pain? It wasn't that difficult. The novices would be making their chapter of faults, and that would imply also the prostration in chapter or wherever it was held. So it was fairly simple to observe the scarlet red socks, then after gently reminding that we were called to an angelic life, And normally angels didn't wear scarlet socks, so no pain was caused, just a twinkle in the eye, and the message was got without any huge damage. Things can be done painlessly if one wants. After all, we're there to be happy also in the Lord and share the bliss of the Blessed Trinity, even on earth, for charity, peace and joy are all closely intertwined. I remember as a novice being given a bookmark with 3 wise monkeys in it. And I thought to myself, that has been given as a gentle hint on survival in a novitiate. Let's take it and live it, and peace will come. Too much concentration on splinters can lead to dysfunctionality here on earth. Life is very short, as the Beatles sang, and there's no time for fussing and fighting. We can work it out. A secret. 3 wise monkeys. See naught, hear naught, say naught. A secret word was heard upon an hour, made soft by its own coming, but a sound made all of hearing well, and knowing power in rays of thought was in a moment found. And 'twas enough to still a clamour vast that shall not be, that need not be, that shall not ever, ever be. For at the last we can yet die as this wise animal. Much need not be, I see. Much need not be. and moments linger long when given room to be and to be well. For, Lord, I see that all is here. For here is very doom or bliss, sweet bliss. For this, the all of all, is made of but one trick, huge, hugely small